Are you struggling with how to start your first podcast? You've come to the right place. I'm going to give you all the tools to get your podcast started right now. The first thing you're going to need for your podcast is some hardware. I've got a link here to a full-length video that is going to go over the hardware that you can use as a beginner. The second thing you want to look at is getting clear on what your show is going to be about. It's really important that you have a consistent theme, a consistent brand, a consistent message throughout the course of your shows. So take a few moments and write down a list of all the things that you're interested in talking about. Do some research. Go to iTunes. Go to Spotify. See if there's other shows in that genre. If it's not popular, if there's nothing there, that could mean great, there's not a lot of competition. The flip side is, well, if there's nothing there, there's probably not a lot of demand. So you need to weigh those two out. You also want to make sure that, hey, this is a theme that I'm excited and interested about talking about. If you're not interested in talking about it, you're going to drop off. About 80% of podcasts end before they hit episode 20. So your goal right now, starting off, is let's find something I want to talk about and let's get to episode 20. Now that you have your theme, it's time to start thinking about title. So when you're looking at a great title, you want it to be descriptive of what your show is about. I would definitely recommend nailing out about 5 to 7 keywords. So in the cooking industry, for example, your keywords might be chef, cooking, baking, sauteing, etc., etc., etc. Break down 5 to 7 keywords that are relevant to your topic and use those not only in the title, but in the description of your show. This is going to help people find your show when they're searching for that particular topic. I think it's also important to note that this is your first podcast, you're new, things can change. If you end up shifting course, that's okay. Don't feel like you're pinned in on this one topic. That said, you want to really find something and lock into it as soon as possible, because if I'm showing up every Monday to listen to a cooking show, and then the following Monday it's movie reviews, you just lost me. I'm not interested. I came for one thing and you're selling me something different. So try to find and stick to a topic that makes sense for you. All right, so you've got hardware, you've got your theme, you've got your title. You're going to want to get some artwork done. It's going to be a square shape, 3,000 by 3,000 pixels. Pretty straightforward. Now that you've got everything together, you're going to say, well, Mark, how do I actually make a show? And a podcast is essentially an MP3 audio format. There's a lot of different ways that you can record your episode, but we need an MP3 file. I would recommend using a program like Audacity, Adobe Audition, or even Garageband if you're on an Apple. Another great way of boosting your show is by doing interviews with people. And you can do interviews over Skype or over Zoom, and you can take out the MP3 audio for your show as well. That's a great way of reaching more people with your episode by collaborating. Now keep in mind, all 3 of these platforms, Audacity, Audition, and GarageBand, can be used for editing as well. So these are great ways to start. Audacity is completely free, and I really recommend that for any beginner. It's very easy to use and a good starting point. At this point, you're almost at the very end, and you need to find a hosting platform. There's quite a few. I use Libsyn personally. It works out really well for me. It's affordable. I own all the rights to my show, which is really important. Another popular platform is Anchor FM. That's very popular. It's all done on your phone. It's a bit easier, but you do lose some rights and ownership, so just be careful with that. But again, there's quite a few different hosts. I personally would recommend Libsyn. It's what I use. I've been using it, and I find it to be very affordable and very easy to use. Now, once you've picked your platform, you've uploaded your audio file, you will go through that platform to make sure that it sends out your feed to all the platforms. So you upload once, let's say in this case to Libsyn, and Libsyn is going to push your podcast out to iTunes, to Spotify, to Stitcher, to iHeartRadio, to all the platforms. And at that point, you're all set. You've got your very first podcast. But this is where the fun begins. And for me, why podcasting is such a really, really important tool to learn. Because now that you've got your podcast, you need to get the word out there. You need to show people how to get to your podcast. And at this point, you can just simply start posting on social media like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. Start posting in places, tagging people, and just watch as your show grows. Keep in mind, no one's going to listen to it at first, maybe just mom and dad and a few friends, but over time, when you consistently show up and you consistently improve and you consistently send out a quality message, you're going to pick up fans, you're going to pick up followers, and it is really, really magical what comes next. So good luck. I look forward to hearing more about your show. If you've got any questions, please type them in below, and I'm looking forward to watching you grow. Have a great one.